guys, what class of rural comedies, facts, and trivia. Appreciate you being here. This one is a whole lot different from what I normally do, but The Big Bang Theory TV show was very popular. Actually, I love the show. I think it's a great show. It's not quite the family show as to say Andy Griffith, but The Big Bang Theory has a subtle nod to the Andy Griffith Show. The Big Bang Theory was never opposed to a heavy-handed nod to pieces of pop culture that predated and inspired its creators. From the plethora of Star Trek references to a cast made up of several memorable names from nerd culture, the show knew how to do fan service well. However, one of its most blatant references to those that came before may have gone over people's heads. To discover this, one has to look at the characters Sheldon and Leonard. Big Bang Theory was one of CBS's most successful sitcoms ever, with a cast of 4 geeks and their beautiful friend Penny. The series watched as social outcasts guided their way through a world that often looked down on them and gave a different side to a formula used by Friends, Seinfeld, and several other sitcoms that came before it. The show knew what it was. It left breadcrumbs for fans who, like its protagonists, had a taste for science fiction, comic books, and other nerdy culture staples. To do this, it made no qualms paying tribute to, recreating, and referencing everything from Star Trek to obscure cartoons from 40 years ago. At its heart, however, it was about a group of friends. The formula worked, and the series ran for 13 years before airing its final episode in 2019. However, although the show is off the year, it's still a hit syndication. Perhaps this success can be owed to nods of other series that are not so well obvious as Leonard Nimoy cameos and Will Wheaton appearances. From the pop culture references to the complicated math and science, Big Bang Theory knew its audience. However, for a series like this to work, it also had to look at its genre as well. CBS has a rich history of sitcoms that still resonate decades after they aired their final episodes. Many of these series were produced by a man whose name might sound familiar. Rich Henfelds of the Akron Beacon Journal noted this in a paragraph about the series' hidden features. He was asked if the names Sheldon and Leonard were a reference to the producer Sheldon Leonard. He acted in more than one classic movie before a successful career as a television producer. He said there is. Sheldon Cooper, played by Jim Parsons, and Leonard Hofstadter, Johnny Galecki, are in fact collectively named after Sheldon Leonard. Simon Helberg portrays Howard Wolowitz, a tough-talking actor at one time. He's the mean bartender in It's a Wonderful Life. Leonard became a successful producer of The Danny Thomas Show, The Dick Van Dyke Show, I Spy, and Andy Griffith Show, and other TV series. He died in 1997 at the age of 89. And while the nerdier references might resonate more with a modern audience, these names show the creators were looking further back to make it work as a sitcom, too. Sheldon Leonard started his acting career as an actor in the 1930s and continued doing so until he died in 1997. However, while he had notable roles in several hit films and television series such as It's a Wonderful Life, his greatest accomplishment was as a television producer. Starting with The Danny Thomas Show, Leonard became a successful production career that crossed several decades. His most famous work, The Dick Van Dyke Show, The Andy Griffith Show, I Spy, and Gomer Pyle USMC, helped make CBS and sitcoms as the whole of the shows they are today. At its core, The Big Bang Theory isn't like these shows, but without them, it could have never been the success it is today. Now, while it might not be the first show that people think of when they hear about The Big Bang Theory, secured its place in television history while calling back to those shows that came before it. And I always thought this was one of the neater things that I've ever heard, and I knew this for a while. I knew I was going to do one on it, but Sheldon Leonard being honored like that. And they do a lot of Star Trek, a lot of Star Wars, and that type thing on Big Bang Theory. It's just a beautiful thing when they'll pull all the way back to the Andy Griffith Show and Gomer Pyle USMC and stuff. I just thought it was cool. Hope you did as well. Please subscribe if you have not yet. Please like this video. Appreciate it. You guys have a great day. God bless you, and I'm praying for you.